Hey there everyone, it's Ryan Liberty. In this video I'm going to answer the question, what is Avoidant Personality Disorder, also known as AVPD? Alright, here we are. Let's talk about Avoidant Personality Disorder, also known as AVPD. But before I get to that, I just have a few things I need to get out of the way. One of which is that you'll see me looking down because I've got notes and I want to make sure I get everything right here for you. This is not diagnostic criteria. These are just descriptions of a description about what avoidant personality disorder is. So don't use this to diagnose anybody. Only a trained professional should be doing that anyway. If the term avoidant personality disorder, why can't I say it today? Avoidant personality disorder, if that term bothers you in any way, if it doesn't help you to heal, you don't have to use that term, just let it go. This is really just to point you towards something that you may be experiencing in your life or somebody that you love may be experiencing. Personality disorders are not something that is set in stone. It's not like once you have a personality disorder, that's it. Personalities can be changed, and researchers are always learning more about personality disorders as the years go on, so don't feel like this is it. If you feel like this is something that you have, it can be changed. And last, I have to say, there is a stigma out there about personality disorders that many of the people who have them are bad or evil. I don't like this. I don't think we should be using these words when it comes to people with personality disorders, so please stop it. And if you are here, part of the reason why people say this is they're coming because they have bad relationships with people who are abusive towards them. So if you're one of those people who came to this video seeking an explanation because you felt like you've been in an abusive relationship, do not worry about whether that person has a personality disorder or not. Take steps to distance yourself from that person to get out of that abusive situation and to get the support and the resources that you need for yourself. All of that said, though, that doesn't mean that because there's a personality disorder that the person has to be abusive. I just need to say that because I know a lot of people come to these videos looking for answers, and you get wrapped up in whether there's a personality disorder or not. Don't worry about that. Just take care of yourself and getting out of the abusive situation. Focus on that. Now, all of that said, let's get into what avoidant personality disorder is and what it looks like. So it's something that it starts happening in early adulthood, and the focus is that there's a pattern of feeling inadequate, social inhibition, and hypersensitivity to negative evaluation. So you avoid social situations, you avoid criticism, and you generally just try to keep to yourself as much as you possibly can. A hypersensitivity, so it's not like regular criticism that makes you feel bad. It's really like any slight thing, like the wrong look, could make you just crumble. You may see things like avoiding occupations that avoid interpersonal interaction because of fear of rejection, criticism, or disapproval. You may not get involved with people because unless you're 100% sure that they like you. So there may be like a testing period of making sure, like, does this person really like me before you're even willing to interact with them. You may ask other people. You may feel restrained in intimate relationships because you're afraid of being shamed or ridiculed. You may worry about being rejected or criticized. You may be inhibited in new relationships because you feel inadequate. You may see yourself as personally unappealing, inferior, or socially inept, and you may resist taking personal risks for fear of embarrassment. Now, the good news is there's treatment, as there are for all personality disorders, and you can do things like psychotherapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, and exposure therapy, but really just go to see somebody and they will be able to come up with a plan for you. A qualified therapist will be able to help you with this. So, what does it feel like having avoidant personality disorder? There is things that happen in the body, so you may feel anxious feelings, so you may feel tense, you may cry when you start to blush or feel embarrassed, you may feel tenseness in your muscles, you may have shortness of breath, all those kinds of things. As far as what's going on in your head, you may rehearse conversations over and over again to make sure you get them right and to make sure that you won't be criticized. And you may say things to yourself like, well, that was a stupid thing to say, or I'm so annoying, or I look like a freak, or I hope they don't talk to me. It's just generally revolving around how you appear to other people, and trying to shield yourself from criticism. Now, emotionally, you're going to have that fear of criticism, rejection, disapproval. You may feel very lonely because you isolate yourself from people. You may feel embarrassed, and you may feel a lot of shame around this. And there's a lot of different behaviors that go along with avoidant personality disorder. So you may avoid work responsibilities. You may decline promotions because you don't want to be interacting with people. You may avoid making friends. You may test people to make sure that they're not critical of you and that they like you before you're willing to talk with them. You may avoid group activities. You may avoid strangers, for example, like waiting for them to leave the room or leave outside your house. You may wait for those people to leave so that you can leave your house. Or if you see somebody coming down the street, you may cross the street to avoid them. You may only get into intimate relationships when there's absolute acceptance of who you are and you're certain of that. You may have trouble talking about yourself and your feelings. You may shy away from attention. You may expect that people are going to see you as somehow wrong. You may notice very subtle cues that look like mockery. So somebody may be laughing and they may not even really be laughing about you, but you just assume it's about yourself and take it as a criticism. You may desire to be in a relationship but feel that it's too scary. And you may instead fantasize about having the ultimate relationship and fantasize about having a good life with good friends and things. So this has just been a quick little overview of what avoidant, something's wrong with me today, avoidant personality disorder looks like. It's been a quick overview, and I appreciate you taking the time to learn about it. I hope it's given a nice human perspective to it. If you are somebody who has avoidant personality disorder or somebody that you love and you have an experience you'd like to share, I'd love to hear it, so leave that below. And I thank you for taking the time to learn about it with me today. Hey, it's Ryan Liberty. If you liked that video, please give it a thumbs up, share with a friend, and leave any questions or comments down below because that would really help me out. If you're somebody who's gone through a traumatic event and you're feeling cut off from the people around you, I have a free course that will help with that, so please click to get it. And if you'd like to see the rest of my videos, please click subscribe. As always, I want to remind you that your life matters. Nobody can question your worth. However it is that you're feeling, whatever it is that you're going through, it's okay, and you are loved. Thanks again for watching.